Viewers around the world, brace yourselves. A storm is silently brewing behind the polished walls of Denmark's royal palaces, a storm fueled by unresolved wounds, generational tension, and a heart-wrenching fracture within one of Europe's most respected royal families. Prince Joachim of Denmark, once the quiet and dependable second son of Queen Margrethe II, now finds himself at the heart of a deepening emotional divide. As an insider close to the palace recently disclosed, Prince Joachim is not ready, nor willing, to make peace with his royal family, despite mounting pressure and the public spotlight shining intensely on every subtle move he makes. This isn't just a family squabble, it's a royal rift loaded with pride, power, and painful history. To understand the current crisis, we must rewind to the moment that stunned an entire nation. When Queen Margrethe II announced the removal of royal titles from Prince Joachim's children, Nikolai, Felix, Henrik, and Athena, it sparked national outrage and international curiosity. The move, meant to modernize the monarchy and provide the children more personal freedom, instead left Prince Joachim blindsided, hurt, and deeply humiliated. Despite the Queen's public statements insisting the change was necessary for the monarchy's future, it was clear that the emotional toll on her youngest son ran far deeper than protocol. Behind closed doors, a chasm was forming, and the echoes of silence between mother and son began to stretch longer and colder. In the weeks following the decision, Joachim was visibly distressed during public interviews. His once calm and reserved demeanor gave way to frustration as he revealed he hadn't been adequately consulted. "We are all very sad," he said somberly to a Danish media outlet, pausing as emotion welled in his voice. "It's never fun to see your children being mistreated." The public sympathized with him, flooding social media with support. But within the royal corridors, the reaction was more complex. Many insiders feared that Joachim's reaction had crossed an invisible line, breaking the royal code of unity and discretion. Then came the silence, a silence that screamed louder than words. Prince Joachim and his family moved to Paris shortly afterward, taking up a diplomatic role, but to many, it felt like an emotional exile. Queen Margrethe's relationship with her son appeared strained beyond recognition. Reports began surfacing that the Queen had not spoken personally to Joachim for weeks following the announcement. While King Frederik, Joachim's older brother and now monarch, remained publicly neutral, his own relationship with Joachim was quietly deteriorating, fueled by years of underlying tension and the pressure of royal roles diverging in completely different directions. Royal experts have now stepped forward with stunning insights into the inner turmoil plaguing the Danish royal family. According to one seasoned royal historian, Prince Joachim's emotional withdrawal isn't simply about titles or roles, it's about years of feeling overshadowed and underappreciated. Joachim has always felt like the spare, the expert noted, referencing a term made famous in other royal households. He was born into privilege but not power. Every decision, every spotlight, every accolade seemed to gravitate towards Frederik. That kind of dynamic, repeated over decades, creates a silent pain that eventually demands to be heard. And now, that silence is deafening. As Denmark celebrates King Frederik's rise to the throne following Queen Margrethe's historic abdication, Joachim's absence from key events has become glaringly obvious. When Frederik and his wife, Queen Mary, attended official ceremonies and national events with their children, Joachim was noticeably missing. Sources confirmed that while he was invited, he chose not to attend. The distance is no longer just emotional, it's geographical and symbolic. Prince Joachim, once seen standing proudly beside his mother and brother, is now physically and politically isolated. Queen Margrethe, who has long been celebrated for her wit, intellect, and unwavering sense of duty, finds herself in a position few monarchs envy. As a mother, her heart is torn. As a royal figurehead, her decisions are scrutinized not just for their merit but for their emotional fallout. In private, insiders say she regrets how the title removal was handled but stands firm that it was the right choice. She loves all her children equally, one courtier noted, but she also knows that the monarchy must evolve. Sadly, evolution comes with pain. As for King Frederik, the challenge is perhaps even more nuanced. He has always been the destined heir, the golden child groomed for leadership, and yet, his bond with Joachim was once described as warm, even joyful in their youth. But as time progressed, and their destinies diverged, so did their emotional paths. Frederik, ever conscious of royal protocol, has avoided direct comment on the matter, but body language analysts have noted a significant shift. During recent public appearances, he has appeared somber and reflective whenever Joachim is mentioned, indicating a deep-rooted emotional struggle. One expert even noted that Frederik may be experiencing guilt. He knows Joachim's pain but feels trapped between duty and brotherhood. It's a Shakespearean drama unfolding in real time. A royal house at odds with itself. And while the Danish public remains loyal to the crown, many are increasingly vocal in their desire to see the brothers reconcile. Social media is filled with emotional pleas from citizens urging Queen Margrethe to mediate, asking Frederik to reach out, and begging Joachim not to give up on his family. These are not just fans of royal tradition, these are citizens who believe in the power of family, of unity, of healing. Yet, despite these calls for peace, Prince Joachim remains unmoved. In his latest interview with a French publication, he was asked directly whether he would ever consider returning to royal duties or reconciling publicly with his family. His answer was measured but revealing. Sometimes, distance is the only way to protect peace. For now, I choose silence, not as defiance, but as survival. These words struck a chord across Europe. They reflected a man who is not bitter, but deeply wounded. A man torn between loyalty to tradition and loyalty to his children, who were thrust into the spotlight without their consent. The emotional stakes continue to rise. Royal observers believe the next major turning point may come during the next national celebration, where Joachim's presence, or lack thereof, will speak volumes. Will he attend and finally confront the growing distance? Or will his absence serve as a permanent symbol of division? As of now, no official word has been released from the palace regarding any upcoming reunions or private reconciliations. Behind palace walls, negotiations may be happening quietly, but outwardly, the silence remains. There's another heartbreaking layer to this story: the children. Prince Nikolai and Prince Felix, especially, have expressed mixed feelings about losing their titles. While they have gracefully accepted the change, it's clear that their father's pain has not been lost on them. Nikolai, in a rare interview, said, "It's not about titles for me, it's about identity, legacy, and family. We're proud of who we are, no matter what anyone calls us." These are the voices of a new royal generation, caught between the traditions of the past and the reality of the future. And what of Queen Mary, the ever-dignified consort to King Frederik? Her role in this unfolding drama is complex. While she has maintained a supportive stance beside her husband, some insiders suggest she may be quietly advocating for reconciliation. As a mother of four and an advocate for family values, Mary likely understands the emotional damage such a split can cause, especially within the public eye. While she's remained outwardly neutral, her influence behind the scenes may be pivotal in the months to come. As Denmark watches with bated breath, one thing is certain: this is not just a story about royalty. It's a story about family, about pain, about the desperate longing for love and understanding in the face of public scrutiny. Prince Joachim's reluctance to reconcile is not a sign of hatred, it is a cry for empathy, a need to be seen not just as a prince, but as a son, a brother, a father. The road to healing will not be easy. It will require humility, courage, and most importantly, time. But until that moment arrives, the Danish monarchy remains divided. And the world watches on, wondering if the House of Glucksburg can find its way back to the harmony it once cherished. So now, dear viewers, I turn to you. Do you believe this royal family can overcome their silent war and embrace forgiveness, or is the damage simply too deep? Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more emotional and exclusive royal reports. Don't forget to share this video if you believe family healing is still possible.